Hey, hello everyone, this is Milan from Hypermedia, and in today's video I want to talk about the ultimate step, basically, the ultimate step of personal branding, making money on social media, basically. This is where everything ends. Okay, that's kind of too dramatic, but okay, let's start. So, what is the ultimate step? So, as we talked about the digital products and the other ways how you can make money on social media. But right now, I want to talk about brand, influencer brand or personal branding brands, basically. But influencer brands are more a better way to say it. So let's talk about influencer brands. So usually, an influencer brand is a brand that's kinda separated from the influencer, but not fully because it's rely on the influencer too much, so that maybe just the influencer who created the brand is the only person in the brand, and he is the only one that's promoting that brand, which is fine, but yeah, you have to think about it. What if he stops, or what if he can't make anymore, or what if his content is not getting any more traction, or his content is get worse? What if? Then your brand is for. So this is the consequence you have to face. What if? What if? And basically, this is the ultimate step because you want to create something that is live longer than you. Because if you're doing affiliate marketing, digital products, or shutouts, or any kind of social media money making, monetizing technique, the thing is that when you stop making content, or when you quit social media, or when people don't look at you anymore or don't like you anymore, it happens all the time, or you just slack off a little bit and people don't like you or algorithm don't like you anymore, then you will not make money because affiliate marketing not work, isn't working without content. Digital products again not will be not selling if you're not making content, if you quit. Yeah, shutouts, if you not make content, then how you can make shutouts? Sorry guys. So yeah, it's kind of pointless at the moment. So you have to create the brand, which is the ultimate step, that lives longer than you. And how you can do that? Create a brand that is related to your niche because you are in that niche, and yeah, basically you know what people need, probably. So you created that brand, and it's on your back basically because you are the only one people promoting that brand, probably. Okay, so this brand what you are created is basically reliant on you. It's not all about you because you already created a different logo, give it a name, and created a new IG page, created new social media platforms for it, and all that kind of stuff in order to create your brand. So what you need to do here is slowly getting it off your back. So basically kickstarting your brand without you. So how you can do that? You can do that by involving other influencers. If you don't want to do that, then yeah, probably it's not your stuff. But I highly suggest that getting sponsorship to smaller influencers and involving it in your brand, basically it will help you elongate your brand and make the name for it, as well as you can just basically post as much as possibly can. You can watch my other videos on it because they will be helpful in order to create a good brand. So yeah, go back and watch my small business startup and my middle uh, business, or not middle business, but how to step up your game basically in business senses. So yes, the next thing you can do if you don't want to involve influencers that much, but I highly suggest to do, is advertising. So probably you have a website, social media platforms, and all that kind of stuff. So what you need to do here is start advertising. advertise on Google to sell, but as well as on social media to grow your following and grow your name, grow your exposure of your brand, reach as many people as you can and as fast as you can. But okay, fast is maybe not a relevant thing here, but just try to reach as many people as you can because it will help your brand a lot. So the good thing here is to do is, yeah, it's depending on your budget, but make a brand video and advertise it with a video views campaign, engagement campaign, a little bit of conversion campaign on the side, but mostly focus on brand awareness, video views, and engagement campaigns because they will give you more followers, and more followers is better for you because we are going for the long term, and your page will sell enough probably to supplement this branding campaign. But if not, then yeah, you should probably involve some influencers because their job is basically to sell because they are like a salesman. They just sell your stuff because that's your job. That's their job to sell your stuff, and this is how they get paid. So basically, this is why a good idea to involve influencers, and basically they are so much cheaper than traditional advertising. So yeah, but you should try out what you want. But the main thing here is, yeah, you should rely on yourself and promote your brand, your own brand as much as possible. But there will be a time when you want to quit. And if you want to quit, then you need to have a steady source of income which you can get from these brands. You just have to create it, have to be create a strong brand which you can do with influencers, with advertising. You just have to uh, yeah, make it smarter. And yeah, basically the main thing is to reach out to as many people as it possibly can because that's the way of branding, and this is how you can build a brand. If you reach out and make connections with people and getting influencers that has armies, basically armies behind them, loyal followers. That's what an army means. It's really hard to create. It's usually a smaller audience because yeah, but they are usually, if you sell something to an army, probably the whole army will get it. So yeah, this is why they are so strong, guys. Yeah, basically this is what everything I wanted to say about influencer brand probably. So in conclusion, and to sum up everything I tell about influencer brand is basically that's it. So influencer brand, start your brand with yourself and promote as much as you can. But when you are feeling okay, so when you are finally realize that you probably won't be enough for it or won't sell enough, but maybe you sell enough, but when you realize that maybe you should involve other people, then you get some influencers as well as hire somebody with your marketing because probably you don't know much about marketing, or if you do, then cool, that's okay, do it your stuff because yeah, that would be easier. But I would suggest to hire somebody who is known to good in branding and in advertising. Our company is good, by the way. I'm just saying, I don't want to suggest anything. So, yeah, hire someone. In my opinion, create as much content as possible. And with your influencers, by the way, they will help you. So, involve influencers. First step, involve influencers as much as possible. Uh, and then start advertising, branding advertising, not for selling because your influencers will sell for you. Branding advertising is just to grow your following, grow your reach, grow your exposure, and just put your name out there. That's all. Okay, next up is basically if you at this point, if you do everything right, then you can pull out yourself. But you have to separate your brand from yourself. So You have to create a brand that is not just about you. Okay, so you hired influencers. What is the next step? Advertising. Yeah, so you can create now ads. You can create it before, but and if you don't want to involve influencers, you can just rely on ads. But I highly recommend to do both and do content marketing as well. But your influencers would help you, so this is another plus point or plus point to influencers. But that's not what I'm trying to tell you here. I'm trying to tell you here to advertise yourself. You probably have a website, you probably have all kinds of different social media platforms. So, in order to that to work, you should advertise your Google site with certain search engine campaigns at maybe YouTube ads, but not really. I'm not really like display ads, so I'm not gonna recommend it. But if your guy is no display ads and like it, then yeah, you can try it. Of course, it's depending on your industry, but usually the social brands are not too good at display ads or not performing the best at display ads. But that's a whole other topic. The thing that I wanted to tell you is you should advertise yourself on Google with search engine ads and going for the sale basically there, but not too much. I recommend mostly focus on social media and social media. Uh, in social media, you should create a branding ad copy that is you know what I mean. So a really cool video which you probably can make because yeah, that's your job. A really cool branding video which you can later run ads on it, video views ads, so less than 1 minute, video view ads, engagement and brand awareness ads, and later or when you have enough data, you can sprinkle in a little bit of conversion ads, not too much, not too little, but I highly recommend that 80% of your advertising should be engagement, brand awareness, and video views, and maybe 20% of your budget should be on conversion ads because your influencers and your Google campaigns will sell for you probably enough to fuel your other engagement and branding campaigns, and they are probably selling too, but not as much as the influencers. So or as would a conversion campaign. But I highly recommend to focus on with your social media to grow your following on every different social platform. So grow yourself on IG, TikTok, YouTube, and all the platforms that you are on. And you should be on all of them and post as much content as you can. So this is everything I wanted to say about influencer brands. And now let's sum it up and yeah, let's give it what you should do in terms of points. So, first, you have to create a brand that is separate from yourself. I'm not saying that you shouldn't involve yourself in it at all. I'm just saying that you should have a logo, new brand name, and a new brand message. Basically, that's the most important thing about it. But a little bit different than yourself, basically, because as you are an influencer, you have yourself as a brand. But now you have to create an identity or a new person basically with a logo, and that's all. So you created this brand, created all the social media for it, created their products, and created everything around that brand. Now you should consider the two ways that I said to you, maybe parallelly or simultaneously, but I suggest to do it separately. So probably at the beginning you can grow it on your back basically because sponsorship and all this kind of stuff you can grow it with yourself. But when you get into a later stage, you can involve yeah, other influencers and other kind of brands, maybe, but yeah. So let's stick with other influencers. That's the easiest way to put it. uh, Other younger influencers probably, and the peoples that are in your niche. So not get out of your niche. No, never, 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 ever. And the other thing is to stay, yes, choose people that are relevant to your stuff, relevant to your brand, relevant to your style, and similar to your style, because that's going to be another selling factor. And the thing is that you have to, or not have to, but I suggest you to choose influencers that has armies behind them. So armies means that people that are basically loyal, not basically, but really, sorry, loyal followers. What that means that they have a pretty fucking high engagement rates. That means that they have an army. So if a guy with 20k followers has a 15k like post, or every post he posts is 10 to 15k, then yeah, it's an army. Okay, so you get your influencers armies, and then the next step, or simultaneously with it, is starting your advertising campaigns. As I said in the previous few minutes, you should advertise in focus of growing your social media platforms. So basically, that should be your focus, and try to grow them as much as possible, because that's going to be resulting in a long-lasting brand that can live up to you and live more than you, basically more than your career. Sorry, I'm not wanting to discredit you, but yeah, you know. And you can exit anytime from social media, and this brand will be succeeding and will be selling more than ever. Basically, that's the goal of it. So basically, this was the video. Um how to create a brand that is living longer than you, basically, or real, a real good influencer brand. How to create it. So, guys, I hope you like this video. If you found it informative, please comment down below, turn on the post notification, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.